Hello, good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, as Bridgeman. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, good evening to you, Ox Chair. Big good evening to the boys in the lobby. To all the Rangers fans all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio.
All right. Good man, Bridge. We're not going to mess about tonight.
We'll go for it.
We're not going to mess about. Our gaffers had a couple of interviews, one on RTV, and there was a one that came from TalkSport on the Jim White show. So we're going to get sort of highlights of that.
Oh, magic.
And that'll be the basis for the show tonight, what the gaffers got to say. So get yourself a mute.
Right, I want to mute, bud.
And let's hear from our gaffer, Steven Gerrard, MBE.
Liverpool legend, Rangers manager Steven Gerrard. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning, guys. You okay?
Morning, Stephen. Yes,
Morning.
very well, thank you.
We're very well, thank you, Stephen. How have you been, and how are you coping at this time?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. You know, the kids are fine. All the family are doing well. Bit of homeschooling going on. Bit of fun in the garden and a bit of exercise. But probably similar to most people in this situation, just getting on with things, taking each day as it comes, really.
Sure thing. Stephen, before we go 1 minute further, Natalie has just seen a tweet that is so good. We've got to read it to you.
It's from Robert Goodfellow, Stephen. He says this: another big downer with this pandemic. I once handed the ball back to Stevie at Fratton Park in an away match, and I've now had to wash that hand.
Really? That's a bit harsh.
It's taken him long enough to wash that hand. Clinton Morrison, a fellow you know well, is with us this morning, Stephen. How have you found it? Communicating with the club, communicating with your players, because do you speak to players or do you email them? Do you text them on a daily basis?
Jim, I think how I've been doing it is we've been arranging these Zoom calls that you've been hearing about. I've been checking in once a week with them, all of them together as a group. I've been speaking to my captain a little bit more regularly because he puts messages on like a group chat for me that I want to communicate with the players. In terms of my daily communication with the club, you know, the board are on to me every other day. Ross Wilson every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day. And I think you've just all got to try and make the best of the situation. I've been using the time as best I can to help the academy, doing some Zoom type of coaching and getting some clips to the academy lads. In terms of the first team, just that daily contact. The fitness coaches have took over with the first team lads, because basically all we can do is get out and exercise and keep themselves ticking over until we find a safe time to get back into our routine that we're all missing. And also using the time from a recruitment point of view to look at players, to see how we can move forward and continue to grow and get better. And also reflect on the season, which was, you know, very up and down for us. In the first 6 months of the season, we were outstanding, very consistent. I was really happy with where we was. And then after the break, we've come into some inconsistencies that I need to reflect on and find out why and how and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Have you got to the bottom of that, Stephen? Because that's not the first time that's happened. You guys take a break, you come back, and you seem to miss fire.
Yeah, well, that's an area that, as a staff, we're all looking for answers and solutions on. I'd be a liar to you if I say I'm sitting in it now and I've got the formula, because I think when that happens, sometimes it's a combination of things. The strange thing was, in the middle of it, we were still finding performances against the likes of Braga, who are a fantastic team and doing so well in one competition, but finding inconsistency in the other. But look, I think you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that when that does happen, you need to find better players, keep making the squad and the team as strong as you can, keep moving it along in the right direction. And, you know, we came extremely close to success this year in the League Cup. We've had success in the Europa League, but the league's been disappointing. So it's my job to try and find answers and solutions as quick as I can to hopefully have the chance to finish this season as strong as we can and then move into next.
It sort of sounds then, Stephen, that you're not really having much time to switch off. You're still ticking over the whole time. You're thinking about what's next the whole time you're at home.
Yeah, well, I think one thing I will say, Natalie, at Rangers, Ross Wilson is full of energy, he's full of drive. He's given all the staff challenges to do. He's keeping everyone working and focused, because we don't know when we're going to come out of this. We don't know when the phases are going to be released, but we have to be ready and on the front foot. It can't be a case where people have had 5-6 weeks off and haven't done anything. Yes, we respect, you know, the family and the homeschool and this type of stuff, and we have to do what we do, but there's enough hours in the day to stay busy and keep trying to improve all aspects of the club. So Ross oversees all that, and my job's to give him whatever support he needs. So we have been busy making calls, having Zoom chats, and doing everything we can and trying to make the most of the time.
As you can imagine, Stephen, so many Rangers fans will be locked in and listening to you this morning. So you're saying you're looking at, potential targets. Have you got a big one in mind? Have you got one or two in mind? Are you really getting excited about the type of player you could bring to Rangers?
Jim, look, I think you respect the fact that, I wouldn't be able to be in a position to give names. But what I can say to the Rangers fans is we haven't stopped since we've obviously gone into the pandemic. We have been as busy as ever, watching players in different positions and turning long lists into short lists. And what I can guarantee is, obviously, times are strange at the moment. We have to continue to follow the government guidelines and stuff. I think it will be steps out of it, small steps, before we can get going as normal, as everyone knows. But one thing's for sure is I won't stop trying to make this Rangers team as good as I can. That's for sure.
I remember when you arrived, and even you looked taken aback when you were walking around Ibrox and the fans were inside the stadium, you had a scarf around your neck. Did you realise how big Rangers were at that stage, Stephen?
Listen, I knew it was a big club. I'd been up there to probably 3-4 old firms. I can't remember off the top of my head. I knew it was a huge club with special following all over the world. I was aware of that. And I think, a lot of similarities to Liverpool, if you like. And Jim, I'm someone who wears my heart on my sleeves. I was taken aback on the day. I didn't expect it to be 8,000-9,000 people. I didn't expect them to be coming into Ibrox. So it did take me back. And there's been moments when they've took me aback when I've been on the sideline. It's a fantastic club. It's an honour to be the manager of that club, and I'm craving success as much as them supporters, and I'll do everything I can to push the team in the right direction. Sure.
I mean, over the weekend there, it was the second anniversary of when you arrived in the scene in Glasgow. So many people, Stephen, pushed me to ask you this morning, is there going to be a third anniversary?
I think you should ask the board of directors that question. I can maybe arrange getting number one on for you. Look, I will continue to work as hard as I can to get better from a personal point of view, to keep trying to improve the players that we've got, to keep trying to strengthen the team. I think we've come so close to having some success. I think we have from a European point of view, if you consider where we was when I come into the job and there was no qualification in Europe. The League Cup final, we played extremely well, but Celtic are a good team. They've been successful for a long time. They're a club that have got finances, so they're a difficult club to catch and move, but we've definitely closed the gap. We're definitely improving, and the pursuit carries on, and I do my role as best of my ability and try and make that as quick as possible.
You're talking about strengthening the team, Stephen. I just sort of wonder, during this pandemic that we're in, and it's so uncertain of what is going to happen, what's next, how are you being assured of finances going forward in terms of who you can be looking at?
Well, I think naturally we have to see how it all plays out. I think all managers and all clubs are going to be in, very similar situations. But, I'm in daily contact with the board and they're talking to me, and, they're as hungry and they're as ambitious as I am. But one thing's for sure, there will be no pressure from my point of view. I certainly respect the situation we're in. It is a very unique and strange time from a football point of view. I'm watching all media down in the north and down in the south, and, finances are going to be affected. So I need to respect and appreciate that. But one thing I can say is from the top of the club to the bottom of the club at Rangers, we're all as ambitious and as hungry to keep trying to move things forward and improve and get better, because it's the only way we can find success.
Stephen, I know Clinton is going to ask you one. I'll throw this in. We know, and I've been observing it from down here, of course I have, because I'm based in London these days, that Rangers have delayed their plans to reveal this potentially explosive evidence they feel that shows misconduct by the SPFL power brokers. Now, I don't want to get into that, Stephen, because to be honest, I don't see the point of getting into that. I want to ask you what you think is the best case scenario for a return in Scotland.
Well, for myself, and I think everyone at Rangers is on the same page, I think what we wanted was to give it the best chance they can. There was certainly a difference from the view from the Premier League and the AFL that they wanted to wait and give this season every single chance to be played out. Now, look, we all know and respect the fact that there might become a stage where that is impossible to happen. We get that, but there seems to be an almighty rush from where we were to finish it and get it done and get the votes in as soon as possible.
That
didn't sit well at all. So For me, our view hasn't changed on it at Rangers. We want to get back playing and finish the season off when it's physically safe to do that, because we all respect the situation that we're in. But there seems to be a huge difference in attitude towards the current season. You know, down in the north, the Premier League were coming out saying we'll do everything we can to finish it off. I think all the clubs and the managers initially were on the same page. You know, it's very important that you finish competitions off. And across Scotland, from top to bottom, there was so much football to be played in. Now, of course, I'm always going to be biased because I'm Rangers manager. And, you know, there's a 13-point gap that I respect, but I want to continue to put as much pressure on till the end. But in every league, so many other clubs had so much to play for. And we felt as if there was an almighty rush to just finish it straight away rather than giving it the best chance to be finished.
Well, thanks for that, folks. You back, Bridge?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, obviously.
Some manager, isn't he?
The Rangers
Some speaker.
Aye, so what we'll do is we'll open up the phone lines, bring people in. I mean, there was nothing basically new on it, but I think as Bears, we just like to hear our manager. Eh?
Oh, aye, absolutely. I think he said some nice things there, to be honest. The fans could digest, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like he's still with it and wants to continue. I'm quite happy with that.
I think there's a working mindset and a drive at our club we maybe lacked, and it's came about with the personnel we've got employed at all levels now. Yeah,
there's a lot of professionalism in Rangers now, some all the way through the club. It feels that way anyway. I'm very impressed with it, very impressed. But then again, I would be because I'm biased, you know.
Well, I've never noticed. So people want to join us. What's the number, mate?
The number's 0141 356 1972. Come on in.
Come on in. Or join us at Skype at Rangers Radio. We're all School Blue or Fox, the top technical team in Britain. We'll bring you into the call. I've been told I've been giving them a hard time, so I've had to bum them up a bit, Bridge.
Oh, why is that? Why were you giving him a hard time?
No, Terry. Terry's a gentleman. It's that Fox. He's a rogue.
Well, no, don't tell me. What's he done now?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know, but he'll be up to something, mate.
He sounds as if he's back mate, a bit of strength in him and that.
He's back shoplifting. He's back doing all the things. I mean, gun shoplifting.
Hey, don't, please, listeners, don't listen to that. That's a joke.
Oh, shopping. He'll be back shopping. He enjoys his shopping. Anyway, we've been joined by young Stardog. Evening, Stardog.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridgeman, Fox.
How are you, Stardog? All right?
Aye, no bad. I think the time you were looking for Ox here was back with a vengeance.
With Fox?
Oh, aye.
He's never went away, mate. He's never went away.
Aye. No, how can you not love Steven Gerrard, mate? And that's part and parcel of the reason why I believe he is the man for the job. I mean, he's never been a man that's been out for himself. He's made enough money in football. He didn't need to take the job, mate, but he honestly, genuinely does believe within himself that he is the man to bring the league title back to us. He says everything that we know is true. Satan his neighbour in Glasgow, he knows that, mate. But he's there to improve us and he will not stop. And what I will say about everything I've heard of this Ross Wilson, this guy's a wee machine, mate. He just does not stop, does he? He's constantly looking to improve this club, and it's fantastic.
I agree, mate. I agree. What they're trying to do, mate, is that at all levels, just quite quickly, a lot of the bits of the jigsaw came together. There's one big bit missing, and that's the league title, potentially, or silverware, whatever you want to give. For me, it's the league title. But all the bits round about that league title, the bits of the jigsaw, we seem to be filling very well.
Aye, definitely, mate. I mean, he mentioned himself, the European run. It's probably, I mean, when we looked at the group, mate, it was a tough group, but we did well to get out of it. We're one of the best teams in the group. Over the course of the 90 minutes when we played them, we probably exceeded expectations, mate, in the Braga game, getting through there. We played fantastic, and that's what, I mean, he even can't make sense of what was going on in the league. When we look back at some of these games in the league, mate, the team weren't setting the tempo, and they weren't really doing it in the Braga game either until the last half hour, but we found a way to win in Europe, and I just don't think that he found that formula, or the right mix of players, mate, for that league, to find the formula. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe your Greg Stewart's and that stuff played more, mate.
it's him and his coaching staff got to take some. They've got to take some responsibility for that. You can't take the plaudits and not take the slaps.
Well, they picked the team, Hawkstare. The team they put on the park on a Saturday or a Sunday is the team that they genuinely feels good enough to win the game. And unfortunately, in one or two main occasions, that's not been the case. And there's been boys like yourself. You've cried out for Greg Stewart to get Mary a shout. There's been boys, mate, that haven't had their fair shout. Even Canberry as well. He should have probably started more than what he did with some of the energy levels he showed on. So they've got to take responsibility for it, mate. But in the same sense, if I look at the club as a whole and what he's done for his come in, I mean, we're definitely a club on the up, mate.
I get it, mate. Well said, mate. We've also been joined by JFK. Evening, JFK.
Evening, Oxyere. Evening, Bridgeman. How you doing, my good friend, Stardog?
How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing well.
You good, Jimmy?
Well, guys. I'm good, aye. Painter Man's here. Boney M. Painter Man.
Chapel. They're painting my numbers, it was.
Oh, I knew that. Broke my crayons. I listened to that interview this morning when I was having a tea break. Do you know, I wasn't overexcited about the interview. I just thought it was quite a matter-of-fact interview for the sake of getting it. It didn't really excite me in any way, never told me anything. It kind of went air the same grunt that had been air before. But saying that, he's got his sell out there and he's making sure that he hang me. I more enjoyed his wee stint on Sky Live last week with Graham Souness and things like that on it. So I enjoyed that better. But no, he's keeping his sell out there and he's keeping us informed and telling us how he's doing with the players. But he's already told us that at a couple of other interviews. But it's good to hear his dulcet tones, Oxyere.
I think I get your point, JFK, but I don't think there's anything to tell us really because everything's stoked.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, although I did listen to it as an avid Rangers fan, and I obviously I want to hear everything that the manager's got to say. But it was a decent enough interview, you know. If Jim White's the same as he was with Brian Laudrup, you know what will happen in him, you know. There'll be a love in there.
But we'll see where it takes us. And look, I hope he's our manager for a wee while yet, mate, because it means two things for me. We'll get what we want, and he'll drive us on. And every year he's become more stable.
Yeah, keep it up, right?
You know, I think, but we'll see where it takes us. But managers at all levels, Bridgeman, it's a result-driven industry.
Very much so, yeah. And the problem there's nobody any more shocked than our manager and the assistant manager with the way we didn't perform. I was going to say the way we performed, but the way we didn't perform after the break, the winter break there. And it's one of these mysteries that they've got to solve. Nobody else can solve it for them. They're the only ones. They need to find out what it was and deal with it. That's the only thing I could say. And other than that, I'm very happy with him, and I love the way he speaks. And I just hate the thought that Jim White was interviewing him. If there's anybody that isn't worthy of having an interview with our manager, it's Jim White. I'll tell you that.
On you go, Stardust.
Yeah. I know the general play throughout the team for January and that wasn't really good, but I mean, this is a bit of a two-parter. Did Morelos being suspended for late games put a bit extra more pressure on the team that they didn't really need at the time? And if that's the case, did we become more reliant on Morelos than what we should have been? Because he was flying before Christmas, mate.
I think Morelos made a mistake.
Yeah.
To me, he should have got sent off at Parkhead. I mean, the two bookings, he never done anything as such. He was booked twice.
Aye. Petulance, wasn't it?
Aye. But, I mean, look, he got two bookings, and I suppose in modern day football was due the bookings. At the time, like everybody else, we were just that happy with the result. We weren't looking at the consequences.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it might have cost us. You might be right there. Fair comments, GFK.
I can't argue with that, you know. But also, I go back to when I don't want to keep picking out mistakes that the gaffers made. I mean, there has been a few, but the time when they decided to go with Defoe against the Beggars, you know, I was. I think everybody on the day was shocked about that decision. But maybe in hindsight, I'll have thought a bit more about it. You know, look, I don't think we'll ever get to the opener. What happened in Dubai, and it's happened 2 seasons running. It's all gone now. No, it'd been great to think that we were 3 points behind them with a game in hand, and see how loud we could have shouted, about getting the league null and voided or whatever. So, I am the same as yourself, Oxford. I want it to be here for the duration, but I've always maintained 3 years with a trophy. And I don't include the League Cup in that, because that's not the cup that I want to win. I want to win the 3 of them, obviously, in a treble, but for me, he's got to win the league, and it's not about the 9 and the 10 in a row now, for me. That's always been, I know we don't want him to do it, but for me, he's got to win that league. And that's it for me, the be-all and end-all. And look, there's better managers than him being shown the door for no winning any trophies. And I know we're in a bubble up here in Scotland, but it's a two-team league in that, basically. But he definitely needs to bring the trophy, the big prize, to Ibrox for me, mate.
Well, we'll see what it takes. It'll be interesting, because I think the start of the season there'll be more pressure on him. Forget about any other team, just our own team.
Yeah.
And you're rightly said, because 6 trophies have slipped by. His record in Europe's superb, but at the end of the day, you're judged to win where you finish in the league in Glasgow, yeah?
Definitely, mate, 100%. It's where you finish. No, second's no good to Rangers.
No.
And it's plain as simple as that.
We're not about second, mate. We're not about second, are we?
Yeah, never
if we did burst that bubble, mate, we could go on a run that could be spectacular as well, mate.
Well, Graham Souness showed that. I mean, Stardug and me were talking about it the other night. I mean, and you said it yourself. I can see a big mirror image there. That when Souness came, and then we went on that run after they stole the title in '88, and then Ferrero and we just motored. So let's hope that Steven Gerrard can bring that to us. And I'm not saying all is forgiven. He's not done massively wrong for me. I still say 6 out of 10. And that's only because of the Europe. If we hadn't had the European run, I think he'd be in 3s and 4s.
Mm-hmm. One thing that has annoyed me personally, I told you the first time I seen him, I didn't fancy the boy Ojo. Well, that's only my opinion. Yeah, I did say that to you half-line. And he has done some good things, because if somebody will over a season. I mean, the goal he scored against Feyenoord was excellent. And the same with Ajara, who's well quoted now, he's playing with Reading. But we need men, we don't need boys.
No, you're right.
And as much talent as these boys might have, we can have maybe one Aribo in the team. I don't know if we can have 5 or 6 in the team, if that makes sense.
I agree with that. Aye, you're right. Aye. We are lacking in a battler in the midfield. That's plain to see, mate. And I've always said I would like some kind of, not a battering ram, but a big striker up front. I definitely would like to see that. But we'll go with the gaffer's judgment now. I know a couple of signings, more than a couple have been a bit poor.
So who's his best signing, Jimmy?
His best signing? Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? That's a good one.
I'd be between 2.
God. There's 3 or 4 I could think of.
Well, I'll let you take that round the panel.
That's a good question, because if you take the first 11, what we're basing the first 11 on, McGregor in goal. McGregor was signed before Gerrard came in. He was coming back. Arfield was coming back. Stephen Davis was coming back. So Ryan Jack was there. The midfield's know that changed. Tav was there. You've got the centre backs, and you've got Big Cat, the left back. God, his name slipped my mind. Barisic, sorry. And then you go to the forwards, you're looking at Ryan Kent. And potentially I would say, because he's done it in big games, you might be looking at Ryan Kent, mate, because Morelos was there before Gerrard. It's a fair comment, mate.
Bridge. I'll agree with you. I think Ryan Kent's been his best signing, and he's going to prove to be an absolutely wonderful player for us, I believe. That's what I think. By the way, the boy Aribo, a tremendous signing for us as well. I think so.
He's well shorty in the game, Aribo. Some of the things you see about him in world football is pretty frightening, really, because he's scored a goal against Brazil, mate. That gets you a pass for a couple of years. It gets you a pass for a couple of years, JFK, doesn't it?
Aye, I mean, reluctantly for me, it would be between Ryan Kent, but no reluctantly, it'd be Aribo for me. Ryan Kent's, still got a bit to go.
He's
yeah. But definitely Aribo.
When he doesn't play
I'm surprised.
Disappear.
I'm surprised nobody said Barisic, because I was told between Barisic and Aribo.
Right.
Well, Bridgman would have said. I thought Bridgman would have said Barisic because he was a big fan of him. He fought his corner all last season when we all wanted rid of him.
I think Barisic is a smashing player. Absolutely no doubt about it. But I think the boy Kent's an absolutely superb player. Absolutely superb. And you watch that boy.
You're looking for goals in big games, Bridgman. When you talk about signings,
well, I'm overall play. I think he's a marvellous player. He's got all the good feet, but he gets himself. He seems to get caught up in the blockage. The players can block him, or that's what they'll try and do. They'll put two men round about him and block him, and somebody that's quite heavy, and he takes some heavy tackles.
He has to get himself half a dozen tap-ins a season, Ken. That's what he has to get himself.
Absolutely, pal. 100% agree with you. But he's got to be able to make goals as well. And I'm really waiting to know that happening, because when he's a lovely skills. And if he can get his skills and find that wee yard of space and set the goals up for the other players as well, rather than trying it himself, because players can be greedy when they're good,
I wouldn't argue with your Barisic statement, but what I will say, I mean, Kent, he scored some fabulous goals in big games, but he's frustrated me, like GFK said. But if he's going to improve, his decision making's got to improve, and also. When you play as up the park as he does, he's got to get himself half a dozen tap-ins so that he's then getting a dozen or 15 goals a season. Yeah, and then you become a real influence on results.
He can't keep living on sticking one in Bryn's chin. I mean, it was good to see that happening, but he's got to compete better in every game. We've had players there that years
against them, but Jimmy, against them's no bad, man.
I know that, but so did Edu, and so did you call him Big Tory Andre. But I'm looking for somebody who's going to compete every week for me. Okay, maybe no every week.
He scored more than them.
Aye, I know, but he's still got to put a lot into the game. But I'm hoping this is going to be season whenever it does start. So, but time will tell. But the gaffer. Hopefully get a few aces up his sleeve. There's a lot. I mean, I heard Big Al the other night on the radio, and I'm kind of in his camp about Hagi and that. Is he worth 5.2 million? If that's a fee for him, I see there's Napoli and Fiorentina are thinking about him, and seemingly there's a possibility he'll go to Italy rather than come to us, but. He's only a loan player, so it's not as if it's a loss to us. But I don't know how you guys feel about Hagi. You think what you're seeing so far? Obviously, the night of the Braga game, that's a memory that will live with for a long time. But do you think he's up for the rough and tumble of a full season at Ibrox?
Well, he's no impressed me away from home, mate. If I'm being honest, apart from the Braga game, where by the way, he should have scored a couple of goals. But he's not impressed me away from Ibrox. It looks as if he's a player who enjoys Ibrox, but hasn't enjoyed Tynecastle or the rest of Scottish football. Well, we need players that's going to go to Tynecastle and win. We need players that's going to go to Rugby Park and win, because that's where we're letting myself down, JFK.
Aye. Can I throw in this wee? I mean, I know I was told this about 2 years ago that the new owners of Newcastle don't like Steve Bruce, right? And they're allegedly going to make a move for Steven Gerrard.
Well, you're going to hear rumours like that all the time.
But I think the Ashley thing gone now. If that's then I think
What will be?
Last week I heard they were going for Pochettino.
I'd heard that, I know, mate. No, but I'm saying that's the thing.
Names.
It's going to get thrown about.
He's getting paid with Spurs. He's still getting paid with Spurs.
He'll not want to go anywhere. Sitting in the house getting that kind of money.
It's a bit like
Mourinho's the manager of Spurs.
Was that?
Mourinho's the manager of Spurs.
Yeah, but Pochettino's still getting paid with him.
Is it a year and a half? They asked him to take what do you call it? What's it called? A furloughed pay, Stardog.
Wow.
He's on full wages, mate. He's got another season and a half to go.
He's not gone nowhere, then, is he?
No, he's no good. He's no one. As soon as he takes another job, he loses that money.
Yeah.
It was quite funny that Brendan disappeared after he stopped getting paid for Liverpool due to Leicester.
Oh, that was a stick on, wasn't it?
There you go. But they hadn't the brains to work that out. Or maybe they knew it was going to happen all along. I don't know. Right, Bridget, people want to join us.
And just while you're talking about Brendan, first time he get beat with Rangers, plan was there. I'm off. That's why he left. One of the reasons, anyway. Anyway, you were saying, pal, the number?
Yep.
0141 356 1972. Come and join us.
Join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in a call with Old School Blue because Fox has just joined us in the studio. Big round of applause for Fox.
Foxy.
Fox.
We love you, Foxy.
Who's that booing? Who's booing Foxy?
Salutations, friends.
Salutations.
Salutations.
Here he is, Mr. Rangers Radio. How we doing, Foxy boy?
Doing fine, pal. Doing fine.
Good, mate. Good. Did you enjoy the Gerrard interview? I mean, I know it's GFK. There's never going to be. He's not going to say, by the way, we're going after a centre half and an enforcer for the midfield in case we don't get them.
Look, that was an interview set up by our Ulster PR man with TalkSport, and I think it was to quell all the stupid stories going about like Gerrard doesn't feel like coming back, etc. Rangers have no money, all this rubbish that's getting fired about all over the place. Look, I love listening to Stevie Gerrard, and I always like his honesty. He knows he made mistakes last season and he's got to rectify them. I think, as like say Jimmy's saying there, maybe Newcastle's after him. That's because he's an up and coming manager, mate. We should be glad to have him. I don't know what else we could do. You could go back on the old merry-go-round of bringing in managers that have failed everywhere else and taking a gamble with them. But I'd rather keep the man we've got in control at the moment.
I'm enjoying the Gerrard era. I just think we just need that monkey off our back, Stardom.
Aye, I mean, I know we've touched on it so many times on this show, mate, about getting that first piece of silverware on the line, but for me, mate, it's about nothing else. I honestly couldn't care if we went out every single cup, mate, and won that league next year. I think that's what has to happen for the club to move forward. I think Darth Vader's joined us.
No, he's away.
I think that's what has to happen for the club to move forward, mate. The league has to be won. We need to win back the league, and then we can move forward, mate. Because obviously, the way things stand.
All right.
I'll let you take the caller, mate.
Evening, caller. How we doing?
Hi, it's Kenny from Gala Shields.
How we doing, Terry? All right, mate.
Not too bad. It's my birthday, but aye,
What age?
Hopefully, I speak to you guys every night and listen to you guys. So it's good.
Are you going to tell us what age you are, Terry?
43.
How old are you, Terry? How old are you?
43.
Oh, 43.
You're too old for this show.
It's all lines on here.
You behave yourselves, guys.
What's on your mind, Terry?
I'm just hoping everything comes out tomorrow for us. It seems to be one thing after another, and Rangers didn't get any credit after what we've been through.
I
think that's a fair comment. Bridgeman.
Yeah, it's the boys saying what I've been feeling for a long time. It's if it's what I would call one disastrous referee after another in most of the games. Truth be told, some of the decisions have been criminal, and still the FA or SFA put these referees up. It shouldn't be.
It's as bad as you can get it.
Say that again, pal.
It's as hatred as the most hatred as you could get it in the whole of Scottish football.
Oh,
I've been supporting for Scottish football since I was about 9 years old, maybe even 14. It was through my brother. Like, it's just, people hate Rangers, and it's just, I don't know. I can't see any way past this if we didn't win this tomorrow.
I don't think there's anything going to be won or lost tomorrow. It's the press that's telling us there's potential for a statement for the other clubs to get the information that we've got tomorrow. That's only the press that said that. Our club have said nothing, remember?
Yes. No,
so
but I think
something might happen tomorrow or something might not.
We need a blockbuster we need something to happen tomorrow, or we're going to be floating our boats, and it's just going to be.
Even if we've got something nuclear, and I'll go to JFK, don't be surprised if other clubs don't back us.
I'm not surprised in that fact. Like, no chance.
I'm no banking on that at all. You're right, Oxshare. I don't think we'll get the back, and I think the greedy are going to get greedier. I'm hoping it's something explosive, but I agree with Fox. It's not about being explosive. It's about getting fairness further down the line.
Yeah, I 100% agree, JFK. I absolutely. Fairness is the best way to be. But if we're not getting fairness, what are we doing in this league? That's where I see it.
Right, I'm going to make your birthday for you, Terry. I'm going to let you speak to Fox, and then I'm going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your day. But there must be a highlight your day when I let you speak to Fox on your birthday.
Well, it's great. Finish the day as well,
How do you come, Fox?
Happy birthday, mate.
Thank you very much, Fox. I will speak to you guys sometime soon. I was hoping to be in Florida in the next 2 months, but it doesn't look that good.
All right, Terry, you enjoy the rest of your birthday, and
thank you very much.
When we'll get maybe something
better news
on this story with the SPFL, or if there's a football story, Brett. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, pal.
Cheers, mate. I think there's a lot of people just waiting for that to break, but we'll see what it takes us. It might not happen tomorrow, so you never know. But you never know. Where were we?
See, one of Fox and Bridgeman's favourite singers passed today.
Who was that?
My lollipop.
Millie.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, that must have been a good impression for that,
You're very good at that, JFK. You're very good at that.
This show's becoming kind of musical.
Can you do any Stevie Wonder stuff?
I can't see that one, mate.
Aye, he papers like
I can't see that one.
He papers like that, aye.
Can you do Joe Dolce?
Shut up by your face.
That's the right thing. Thank you very much.
Well done, Fox.
Right, where were we? Gerard, what's this? What's the ingredient he needs? Does he need a number 2? Like, Jonas, is McAllister? Is everybody happy with it?
Can I come in
coaching staff? Does he need a captain? Does he need a centre half? What's the ingredient that's missing? We'll do this in age, and we'll start with the youngest. Stardog.
I think I remember Bridgman made a statement on here a wee while ago, saying that he doesn't think there's the captain's at our club yet. And I think he hit the nail on the head, mate. I still believe that. I still believe that the captain of Rangers Football Club isn't there yet. I don't think we have that out and out leader, somebody that will get in folks' faces, somebody that will demand better, mate, somebody that will only go away to St Johnstone and drop points and things like that, and Hearts and be 1-0 up and drop points, or 2-0 up at Aberdeen. We need somebody. I mean, Stephen Davis and Al McGregor have been there and they've done it before, but these boys at the tail end of their career now, And we're looking for somebody with a bit more grit, maybe a bit more class going forward as well, mate. Somebody that can finish a game off maybe all by himself. I think that's what we need, mate. A leader and somebody that can take a game by the scruff of the neck and just finish it and just control midfields. You could fling names on there like Barry Ferguson's and that, but we've done that before, mate. We need somebody new to create their own new self, somebody to take their reputation up to a new level for us.
And you don't see anybody at the club, so you're saying that Ryan Jack's not got that in him, mate?
Nah, I don't think he does, mate, no.
All right. GFK.
Well, I think you know my feelings on Gary McAllister. I've always said he was a wrong choice. I don't know where he came from in the aspect of what he'd done. I know Steven Gerrard's not done anything in football, but I never actually liked Gary McAllister as a player. I thought I know he played a lot of caps for Scotland, but that didn't matter to me. I'd like to have seen somebody, and I don't know people say, but we can't keep you doing that. I'd like to have seen that he's number 2, somebody who knew about Rangers and knows that Rangers are all about. And if I could swap Gary McAllister for Barry Ferguson for next season, I would, mate. But I know that's not going to happen. Watching him when I'm at the game, you can't, obviously where I'm sitting, I can't see his actions now. But when I see him on the TV and that, and I don't know what he brings. I'm not saying that managers should stand up and shout and ball all the whole game. Some do and some don't, but I just don't see, me personally, what he brings to Rangers. Maybe whatever he does in the training and that is obviously something that we don't see, but I'm still not convinced about Gary McAllister, mate, and I would rather see an ex-Ranger in there. There's plenty of them out there that would probably grab the job. Gary McAllister for me is no. Well, Graham Souness done that with Walter, didn't he? Brought him in.
Aye. What about yourself, Fox? The missing ingredient?
For me, the missing ingredient is what we've no got, and that is time. I can't remember the last Rangers manager, if any, that's had to build a team from practically scratch, mate. I don't think people give him any credit for what he's doing. He's gone against a side with a huge budget and a long-term football philosophy, whether we like it or not. And it's very hard to make up the ground in between. But he's getting there slowly but surely. And as I say, it's time it's needed and maybe not so much a change of staff.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant shout, Fox.
On the play side, Fox, your own thoughts on the missing ingredients, or you have?
The missing ingredients he'll know, but the sort of players that we're looking to see cost a lot of money, and I don't think we've got the budget at this present time. But it's slowly catch the monkey for me, and we'll get there slowly. And give this man time to really try and bring us back to what he first said when he first came into the club, was bring Rangers back to where they belong. So I think it's just time, mate.
All right, I'll put you on to my time expert, Bridgeman.
Time. Actually, Fox makes a really good point there, because most of the time it's pressure and rush, to get things. And us Rangers fans are desperate to get things up and running, and let's beat, let's go out and tan these people, and we all feel the same. And sometimes we're a bit unrealistic or unsympathetic. I've said it, and Stardug touched on it. In my opinion, the manager he's tried his defensive mixtures up, and they don't seem, well, admittedly, he's not got them all, and we've had a good run in Europe, and it's mostly the defence has done that for him. But really and truly, I think we really need a giant character. We need a really big character in the team, and somebody that they can mould the team around and everybody can look up to. And that's my honest opinion. And I'm looking for a big, huge murdering centre half and a half decent defensive midfielder. That's what I would look for. Somebody that's no scared to do anything. Sorry, boys.
Sure, I've said it before as well. You boys know this yourself as well. You don't need a captain's armband on your arm to be a leader as well. And I don't think, if you lot can go through that team, you take Alan McGregor and Stephen Davis out there, who do you see and point to in that team? that is a leader, that Bridgman's saying that you can look to.
As much as I love Alan McGregor's passion, does he lead? Because sometimes he's petulant, mate.
Well, he knows what it takes to win, mate. He's been there when we know what it takes to win. That's what I'm saying. He's experienced in that department and winning.
He's a winner, and he just wants. He gets frustrated with what he sees in front of him sometimes, but there has been times where you've cringed, and I'm being honest here, JFK. It's not a criticism of Alan, because I think he's a fabulous goalkeeper.
I can't remember, was it Hearts or was it the Beggars when he lashed out and he's trying to get out of jail by saying to the referee that he tried to kick me first, so to speak. And there's been a couple of times he's screaming at players, and a couple of times that nobody's actually touched him when he's went down for the ball, and he makes a big song and dance about it. And he's a better player than that, Alan McGregor. We all know that for his first time at Ibrox. So, would I make him captain? No, I certainly wouldn't. We need somebody that. If I'm going to be honest, the captain for me would be Ryan Jack if he could get his act together. Because I'm hoping that Ryan Jack does something next season.
I wonder.
As well.
I wonder. I mean, we hadn't heard a lot about Ryan's injury problems to the Scotland thing come up. Then we get. We heard about his injuries, and he has to be managed right. And I think it all gave us cause for concern. And he hasn't played a lot of games in a row since that happened or that. And whether that's just pure coincidence or he has got needs that need to be managed. And if that's the case, mate, you're not going to be playing every week,
No,
you're right.
I think longevity-wise as well, Oxshare. I mean, if you look at the start of the season, he was undoubtedly setting the tone for us in games, mate. He was brilliant in the midfield. He was superb. And I just remember him in the final, mate, where he kind of went down on one knee, and you seen his knee bouncing up half the ground. And I know he went away with the national team.
What a tackle!
Aye. And I know he went away with the national team after that, but I mean, that day, I mean, he limped, and you seen him shedding a wee bit of a tear. He thought he was going to miss the rest of that game, but he fought on through, mate, and that might have done him more harm than it did him good, to be honest with you, because he wasn't the same when he come back, mate.
That's a fair. I mean, he was excellent in that game, and he was also, if you think back to the way he strutted at Pittodrie, when some of the best football we played of the season. Was that, I'll say half an hour at Pittodrie, but 1-2-0. You're saying, me get another goal here, this could be 6 or 7. And then Ryan Jack was walking about like Beckenbauer, and then the wheels just came off. It wasn't just Ryan Jack, but for half an hour he looked a fabulous player. Bridgman?
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. And the tendency is when you can stroll around like he did that day, and really and truly, some of his passing was great, his tackling was good. I have to agree with you that there's sometimes that words don't make it happen. For me, in my head, I look at somebody and I think quite good. But I like to see somebody doing their job, and that's what I reckon happened there. We see him doing his job, and it's lovely to watch.
Mm-hmm. I think he's a guy who's no unliked with the support, but he just needs something to happen. Like the whole team, he needs to get his name on silverware, score a goal in a cup final, something like that, and then Ryan Jack could take off, because he's still, as Fox said, he's still got time on his side. Fox.
Look, I trust the manager, and he looks at the dressing room. James Taverner is our captain, mate. Do you think he wouldn't change? Do you think he's not strong enough, the manager, to change if he doesn't think the captain's doing the job? What we see out in the park and what happens in the dressing room, etc., is completely different. James Taverner might be a good communicator between the players, and that's why he's got the job. Ryan Jack, I do like as a player. He's strong in the tackle, etc., but that doesn't make him automatic Rangers captain either.
No, there's a lot of facets coming together. Look, the captain.
Can I give an option just for a second? When we brought him from Aberdeen, he was the captain of Aberdeen, and they're raging, still raging at it. I think he may have been a captain of Aberdeen, and I was hoping that within a season or so he would start to demand the captaincy, but it hasn't happened for him, and I don't think he's ever going to be captain in the greatest sense of the word. I don't think he's going to be a true Rangers captain. But I'll tell you what, go back to what Starbug was saying, it doesn't take an armband to make a captain. He does sometimes play as if he knows what he's doing. And when he's not in the team, unfortunately for us, we tend to have missed him. So he gives a wee bit strength in the midfield, but he's more danger to himself sometimes when he lunges in with the tackles. But when they come off for him, it's brilliant. But he's been sent off a couple of times for some what looked like bad tackles, you know. So he needs to watch what he's doing there, maybe trying too hard.
Well, he was undoubtedly trying too hard that first season. Was it 4 times he got sent off? And if you think back, JFK, he was the Morelos in the press that first season, wasn't he?
Definitely, you know. But we're looking for a lot more out of not just him, but I mean...
No, it's a team game.
It's a team game, you know. I mean, that night they hurt his knee, and, you know... Look, players are, as you know, are fits and starts. No, they'll come in, they'll play a couple of good games. We've not got that luxury. We need players, every one of them, to play for a continuous 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks, winning games, performing. Have we got players that are capable of doing that? Aye, we have, because we showed we could do it. And then the wheels fell off after the new year. So they need to get that sorted. And again, I keep saying it'd be great to know what happened in Dubai, but it's water under the bridge now. But what do we need in the team? We certainly need a midfield enforcer, and we need another striker up front. Whether we're keeping Alfredo or no, and whether we've got Hadji there or no. I've said before, I don't think Defoe's the answer, no, even as a backup striker. I think his time's come and went, but he's got another season the way he's now, so we'll just need to bite that. I'd have no problems giving Ryan Jack the captaincy. Can you take it off a Tavernier? Of course you can. It happened with Barry Ferguson, Big Ammo. So just get it, eat it. You're no captain anymore. Rangers
I think if you're going to improve a squad, Fox, there's always casualties and people go that maybe we don't expect. And the manager, because he might say, right, Barisic, good player, I can get 6 million for him, and that'll let me get another player in who improves our team. And that's how it's going to happen sometimes. So sometimes there's unlikely people disappear because you don't know it. That's the secret of management, isn't it?
Correct. Everybody that plays at Ibrox at this present time will eventually move on. Every single one of them. But try to pick out, for us to sit and pick out players that we think we should be brought in, that's what we're trusting the backroom squad and the manager to do, mate. As I say, it's all down to price ranges. We have targets and there'll be first, second, third and fourth. And sometimes what we're left with is the fourth choice because the money's out of order. It's just, it must be so hard dealing in this market at this present time. Or we don't know how it'll work when we come out at right enough, but there might be a reduction in player transfer fees. Maybe at one time somebody will be sensible enough to bring in a wage cap and make it a bit easier to bring in players of quality. The £7 million for Ryan Kent is an example for me. Very good young player, 23 or something he is, but we had to pay £7 million to price him away. And that's the sort of drawbacks that we're facing at Ibrox, mate. Money.
Yeah, well, sure we'll come on to that in the next week or so. Thanks for Judy Murray for taking away the club announcing who the new strips were. I don't know if anybody picked it up today. But Bridgeman, we've reached that time of the evening.
What was that you said about Judy Murray in the announcement?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Okay then, okay.
It's all over the place. I
haven't seen it, pal. I haven't seen it.
Judy Murray outed the Rangers deal on Saturday.
She outed the deal?
Well, she never gave you the detail of it.
No, she just said it's happening.
Aye.
Wow.
The commercial department who want to launch it, managing.
What can you say about that? What can you say?
If you like the Rangers, this Judy right enough. On you go, Bridge.
Oh, what can I say? Another great night, by the way. Marvellous discussions. I loved that particularly the last one there. Really like these things when you're talking about the manager and what he's going to do and how he's going to look. And will we want this? Will we want that? We love all that. Absolutely brilliant. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, keep it going for the Rangers because the Rangers really need us. Tomorrow's a big day.
I never took a note of the caller's name. The birthday boy, what was his name? Something.
Terry.
How could I forget that? Terry, thanks for joining us. Terry, many happy returns. Thanks to Stardog, Bridgeman, Fox and JFK for coming on the panel. Thanks to Old School Blue and the Technicals, everybody in the lobby, even Skipper will give a shout out for. I'm just glad that CB's in there, keeping them on the straight and narrow. Thanks to everybody for listening. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 10. And you never know what we'll be talking about. Take it away, Old School Blue.
How many years ago, my boys, I left the Glasgow town. I followed the pull of the Yankee land and here I've settled down. Although I miss the Bridgeton Cross and my friends so near and dear, but I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb about your Broadway like so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer if we only had the Rangers over here. For they're the finest team in all the land, and I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. For the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean that's quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can buck up California where the sun shines all the year. You can bum about your Broadway life so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer. And we only had the Rangers over here. Finest team in all the land, and I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. For the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean this quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb about your Broadway life so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer. And we only had the Rangers over here. And we only had the Rangers over here. And we only had the Rangers over